Hello, good afternoon. Well, actually, good morning. 11 a.m. here at Lemoy Field in Waterbury, Connecticut, and that's the perfect time for a CACC conference matchup. The visiting Georgian University Lions, your post-University Eagles, a 7-5 team coming in to do duel with your Eagles, who are 4-5 on the season. Good morning. My name is Chris Del Sordo, and thank you for tuning in to the Nest Network. You are watching Post-University Athletics on the CACC Network, and remember, you can watch all post-University sports live on YouTube at Go Post Eagles. It is a hot team right now, the Georgian Lions, 7-5 on the season, 3-1 in the CACC, and winners of 4 of their last 5 games. And the margin of victory astounding. A 13-goal win followed by a 23-goal win against Caldwell. They did have a 4-point loss to Jefferson, but followed it up with a 12-point win and a 4-point win, respectively, 2 straight games at home. Your Eagles have lost their last 2. It's a perfect opportunity to get right, but they're going to have to deal with the high-scoring quartet of Isabel Raymundi, Riley O'Connor, Remy Reinhardt, and Briley Techman. I'm going to hand it off to our public address announcer and sports information director and everything extraordinaire, Mike Vesci, to get us started this afternoon. When we come back, the start of a big conference matchup between your Eagles and the Lions right after this on the Nest Network. All right, and I will take it from here. Once again, good morning and welcome into Lemoy Field here on the campus of Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. My name is Chris Del Sordo. You are tuning in to the Nest Network, and it is your 4-5 Post University Eagles looking to get back to 500 in conference play. They're entering action today with a conference record of 2-3. And two of those three losses in their two most recent games. They came out flat-footed on the road at Southern Connecticut a week and a half ago. Ended up losing that game 5-18. And then they knew it would be a tough task at Bridgeport. Once again, falling behind early, scoring 12 in the process, but falling to Bridgeport 21-12. Different story for Georgian Court when you look at their last two games. Both home games after wrapping up an extended road trip. And funny enough, when you look at this schedule for Georgian Court, they started off with 5 of their first 7 games on the road. They're going to end their season with 6 of their last 9 games at home. So this is one of their rare road contests to close out the season. But those last 2 games, first, a 12-goal win versus Holy Family. They scored 20 in that contest, beating the Tigers of Holy Family University 20-8, and then a big, tough conference contest against Wilmington U. That was at home in Lakewood for Georgian Court, and they beat Wilmington by a score of 12-8. I mentioned the top scoring quartet for Georgian Court. There are 4 players this season for the Lions that already have 40 points or more. Isabella Raymundi leads the way. She has 32 goals and 32 assists, and Riley O'Connor leads the team in goals with 40 on the season. So those are the top 2. There are 6 players on Georgian Court with double-digit goals on the season. It's going to be a long day for Post defensively. The freshman duo, Polish power, Roxana Dubicka, Klara Domikowska, combining for 42 goals so far on the season. And remember, Post has played 3 less games than GCU. We are underway on the draw. I think we're going to have to do it again. In the center circle for the Lions is number 16, Remy Reinhardt. Leads the team in draws controlled with 95, and she's also third in scoring. But it's the Eagles underway with the ball, winning the faceoff. And cradling on in is Gabriella Fiora. The grad student works it back around the perimeter. So Post coming into action today, scoring 109 goals. They have outscored their opponents by 4 on the season. But they don't put it in the net nearly as often as Georgian Court does. GCU coming in with 175 goals. Already a pre-positioned look here, and it's going to be ran in for Roxana Dubicka. Waiting for the go-ahead from the referee. She's going to angle in straight towards the net. Low shot, misses wide, and then the stick closest to it was that of Eagles number 13, Anna D'Angelo. She can't scoop it up. It goes out of play, and that is a huge stop defensively for GCU. Dubicka is the Eagles' leading goal scorer up to this point on the season with 25 tallies. She gets a great angle dodge in from that pre-positioned shot look. Goes low with the shot. That's Cadence Gentile, the true freshman in net for Georgian Court, and she was able to read it, put the save to it. Ball goes wide, and now GCU across the midfield line. And we are back underway. So with the ball right now for the Lions, Remy Reinhardt, the senior out of Wall, New Jersey, takes it into the offensive third for GCU. And now we'll get our first look at this Lions attack. And it knows how to strike, averaging just under 15 goals per game, 14.98 on the season. Post at 12, so GCU averaging about 3 more goals scored per contest. This is a hot lacrosse team right now in Georgian Court. 7-4 on the season. They've won their last 2. Pass from the out leads to a dodge back inside for Reinhardt. She gets it in front and dots it in. What a feed there as Reinhardt got it, threw it back out to the side where Isabel Raymundi reset, got it right back into Remy Reinhardt, who pots it for this game's first goal. And that gives the Lions 3 30-goal scorers on the season. As Remy Reinhardt puts it in, we are 90 seconds in and GCU up 1-0. So a quick strike here for Georgian Court. One offensive possession, one goal, and it happened very quickly. In fact, Remy Reinhardt really did all the work on that. She got the clear, took it around the crease, sent it off to her teammate Isabel Raymundi, and then just stayed open right in front of the net, got the pass, didn't waste any time. Quick shot down low to give Reinhardt her 30th of the season. And Isabel Raymundi now with 33 assists next to her 32 goals. You couldn't have asked for a better start for a team playing great lacrosse. But now Post winning their second faceoff in a row, and let's see what the Eagles have in terms of an answer. Exploding through the midfield here is Cara DeStefano. Pardon me, that's 24 Dubitska. She spins through some trouble, has two defenders on her looking for some help here. And an offensive foul, it looks like Dubitska there, called for the ward. So two strong defensive possessions to get GCU's afternoon started. Kelsey Niclario, the grad student out of Rumson, New Jersey, takes it across into the offensive third. She heads back to her side of the field, but GCU comfortable and confident now after two, I don't want to say easy, but two quick stops. And now an easy pass down low. That is easy lacrosse right there. Another assist for Raymundi, and Riley O'Connor, the team's leading goal scorer, gets her first. It only took 2 minutes and 12 seconds for two Lions goals. A second assist from Raymundi, a goal for Riley O'Connor, and GCU 2 for 2 offensively. They're up 2-0. So that goal for Riley O'Connor, her 41st of the season. Raymundi now assists 33 and 34. Kind of saw this coming here. Head coach Deborah Delfino needing to take the time out as Post University. They've had two looks offensively. They had two decent chances. They didn't score, and then they gave up two quick goals back the other way. We'll take a quick break here on the Nest Network. My name is Chris Del Sordo. You are watching Post University Athletics on the CACC Network, and we'll be right back after this. Well, teamwork makes the dream work here as we got the umbrella up on the press box. No problem. I mean, that was done in the timeout break, so credit to the staff here at Post University. Teamwork making the dream work right now for Georgian Court as they've basically been in their offensive zone for a combined 20 seconds in this contest, but yet they have two quick goals. Another actually some contact there. It looked like Dubitska had it all the way for the Eagles, and she ultimately does after hitting the turf. Has to scoop it up again after some contact, but now a draw controlled for Dubitska. Her 30th of the season after she's gotten the first 3 in this contest for any player. The look down low. Domakowska. Over to Fiora. Gabriella, a grad student from Southington, Connecticut. This one's close to the line. Big chase. And look at the hustle put in by Domakowska to get that ball and keep it in the zone offensively for the Eagles. Dodging in here from Latana Nwabadu. And I believe we are going to have a green card here. And it will be the first penalty of the contest issued against Georgian Court's number 19, Briley Techman. One-minute penalty on Techman. That's the game's first. Nwabadu waiting for the go-ahead. Latana, in her senior season out of Elmont, New York, has a little outlet in the form of Anna D'Angelo. D'Angelo cradling in. Gets fairly close to the net. High pass. It finds the intended target in Sam Targonski. Pass sent backwards in the direction of D'Angelo. She has to reach far behind her. Keeps the possession alive. Domakowska cutting towards the net. D'Angelo couldn't find her there. Still 65 to shoot. Good find here. And this will lead to a pre-positioned shot opportunity, and it looks like Dubitska will do it again. So an interference call, it looks to be against Georgian Court. Huge opportunity here for the Eagles to get one back, trailing 2-0. In the box, Briley Techman. Still 31 more seconds on her penalty. A pass back in the direction of DeStefano. DeStefano lofts down low, and it's a goal for Gabrielle Fiora. Beautiful execution as DeStefano, drawing two, slips it over to Fiora for the 7th time this season. Gabrielle Fiora finding twine. It's the 5th assist of the year for Cara DeStefano, and the Eagles back to within one. They get a big man-up goal. It's 2-1 Lions. So an answer right there for the Eagles as they take advantage of the interference penalty against Techman. Briley Techman, one of 4 players with 40 points or more. She came into action today with 29 goals and 11 assists. So that was a double win for the Eagles. You take one of the dangerous midfielders off the floor for Georgian Court. You get a goal in the process. And there's going to be a penalty called against Dubitska there. A little bit of a ward, kind of an off-ball foul, if you will, trying to get herself positioned correctly. So the first draw controlled by GCU. In about 4 minutes, it leads to a look in front shot missed high. As Kasia Elzinga was slashing in towards the net, she got a great feed from Riley O'Connor. How about O'Connor with 41 goals on the season now, but looking to dish as well? Reinhardt. She scored this game's first goal. Flips the pass inside. Good stick check, and it's picked up amidst a host of Lions by Dakota Jez, the sophomore out of Cortland Manor, New York. A huge pickup. Now it's going to be tough sledding here for the clear for post. Solo effort here coming around the outside of the defense for Liana Grandel. Just like Noah Bondu, an Elmont, New York resident. Grandel in and out and will get the clear for the Eagles. And now the Eagles running with even numbers. It's a 6-on-6 as Grandel probably going to stop the momentum. I feel like it's translating on my mic, folks. It's not that necessarily that windy of a day, but when the gusts come in, they are affecting everything. They're wreaking havoc. Our equipment's flying all over the place. There's a loose ball in front after that pass gets tipped. And let's see, I think we might have a penalty here against Georgian Court. A card coming out and a yellow card for a slash here issued against the Lions. That's huge for Post University. They're going to have a chance to tie this game up and then maybe take advantage of that. The guilty party, Kasia Elzinga, the grad student from Sherwood, Alberta. So slashing the call against Elzinga. It is a releasable penalty, but now 2 minutes. All right, so it is a releasable penalty, but 2 minutes now with a man up for the Eagles. They just scored with their last man up opportunity. Dodging inside, stopping on a dime, spinning, shooting, missing high was Anna D'Angelo, but it will stay with the Eagles as quickly behind the net to keep it going. Cara DeStefano. She gets it right behind the net. Looks for the player in front. That was Haley McHenry. McHenry loses her footing on the play, and it leads to a turnover picked up by Caitlin Petrolisi. And now Remy Reinhardt quickly off the feed from Petrolisi across the center line, in for the clear. GCU have an opportunity now to salt some time away with this man down look, but they might get themselves a goal, but a huge stop on the play. Ball is still loose. Will it be scooped up in front of the net by Bain? Yes. Lauren Bain with a huge save and scoops the ball up out of trouble. Although tough handling there for DeStefano on the clear, it was an opportunity to go back for the Eagles. Instead, DeStefano called for the foul. And Georgian Court, still with 73 seconds on this man-up opportunity, back on offense. So that was number 4, Gianna Nardini, with a big chance in front of the net for Georgian Court. She does have 14 goals on the season. She gets robbed by Bain for Bain's first save of the contest. But ultimately, the ball falls out of the pocket of DeStefano. She gets called for a foul on the way back. And so 50 seconds still with a man down, but Georgian Court, it didn't stop them from getting a decent look their last trip here on offense. And we'll see if they go for it again. Petrolisi, part-time defender, is in on offense, and it's an individual effort goal for the freshman Briley Techman. for the 30th time this season. Briley Techman finding Twine. She does it right in front of the net. And the true freshman becomes the 4th 30-goal scorer for Georgian Court on the season. They score that goal with a player down and have a 2-goal lead here, 3-1. So 3-1 the score. We still have 39 seconds on the slashing penalty against grad student midfielder Kasia Elzinga. But it didn't stop Georgian Court from scoring their 3rd goal of the contest here, and this is a team that has been putting the ball in the net with some regularity. 20 goals 2 games ago, and then a big 12-8 win against Wilmington U. And now if they win this face-off here, an opportunity for the game's first 3-goal lead, and that's exactly what Georgian Court will get. Jill Konchak wins the face-off, has Riley O'Connor off to her left. Pass in front, and it's an easy goal as Riley O'Connor gets her 2nd of the contest. I didn't see who slipped that pass over, but O'Connor was waiting for it, and it's an easy deposit into the net. 2 goals with a player down for GCU. The 2nd of the afternoon for O'Connor. She's up to 42 on the season. Wow. And the Lions up big early. It's 4-1. Wind picking up here at Lemoy Field, and some rain spitting down on us, too. It looked like we were going to get a slightly better day for lacrosse out here, but Georgian Court, weather not really affecting them. A couple of players opting to don the heavy jackets on the sideline. Here's a big draw controlled by Post University as Dubitska rumbling in. Taking a couple shots today, 1 on target. The 1 goal for Post University scored by Gabrielle Fiora, her 7th goal of the season. Now Fiora spins. Feeling pretty confident after she pocketed that early goal here for Post. It was scored with a man up. We're back to even lacrosse here now. It didn't bode too well for Post University with a man up for those last 2 minutes, as those last 2 goals scored by GCU with a player down. Raymundi gets credit for the assist on the O'Connor goal. That means Isabel Raymundi, 3 assists in the contest. All 3 of GCU's assists belong to her. Fiora waiting for the go-ahead here on this pre-position shot. Starts to her right. Dances left, and I think that got started too early, and so we will do it again. Setting the scene here, it's Fiora waiting for the go-ahead to the right of the net. Once again, she gets the whistle, cuts to her left, has an outlet in the form of Domakowska, spins, flicks it over to Targonski. Now Domakowska has it here, spins, has Fiora to her right, opts to go back in the direction of Dubitska. Roxana Dubitska through 2, loses it. Delayed flag waiting to be thrown here. It will go against Georgian Court, and so another opportunity right in front of the net for Post University. This pre-position shot is going to come straight on, so you couldn't ask for a better opportunity here for Dubitska, who does have 23 goals on the season. Had 25, pardon me, and make it 26 as she's able to pot that one down in the lower left-hand corner. That one might even have grazed the inside corner of the post on its way past Gentile. But for the first time today, and the 26th time this season, Roxana Dubitska finding Twine. The Eagles get an answer. Now they need a big stop, but they're back to within 2. It's Lions 4, Post University 2. So 4 goals already for the Georgian Court Lions. Remy Reinhardt with her 30th from Isabella Raymundi. Riley O'Connor, her 41st and 42nd, both of those goals assisted by Raymundi, and Briley Techman, her 30th of the season, that was scored unassisted with a player down. Gabrielle Fiora, her 7th from Cara DiStefano. Roxana Dubitska, her 26th unassisted. And Georgian Court, which had some trouble early going in the draw control department, has won 3 of this game's last 4 faceoffs. And it's another look here for Riley O'Connor already with 2 goals in this contest. Briley Techman waiting for the feed in front. It's tipped. And that's Gardell picking it up. Whistle blown on the play. It's not going to stop play here. It's going to allow Post University to reset. Gardell, wow, through 2 defenders of Georgian Court. Still some trouble here as Bain has the outlet in Nwabadu. Lotana Nwabadu, but it's stripped from her, and Riley O'Connor still digging at it. Ball is still loose here in neutral zone. Grandel had it in the pocket, but then lost it, tried to kick it ahead, and ultimately it's Georgian Court back with it. This is number 18, Alyssa Hawley, slipping it into Techman, who scores. 2 freshmen hooking up right there, as it is the Georgian, Alyssa Hawley, setting up Briley Techman for her 2nd goal of the afternoon, and the true freshman Techman now up to 31 on the season. That was too easy right there, and it was funny to see Georgian Court. They had kept their wits about them. It looked twice like the Eagles were going to get the successful clear. The ball pops out of Grandel's stick, scooped right up by Hawley, takes it right over to Techman, who puts it in the back of the net. So already 2 Lions with 2 goals. Riley O'Connor, she came into the day with 40. She's up to 42. Briley Techman came into the action with 29. She's up to 31. And the 2 Eagles goals, they feel good, but you look at the scoreboard here. We're not even 9 minutes into this game. And Georgian Court up by 3. An opportunity here to make it feel even bigger than that. Hawley went too early there on the draw, and so it will be awarded to Post University. Five to 2 the score here at Lemoy Field. Latana Nwabadu into the offensive zone, over to Gabrielle Fiora. She just scored her 7th goal of the season. All the way across to Roxana Dubitska. Cara DiStefano. Over to Clara Domakowska. Oh, Fiora, nice little spin move there. She can't free herself, though, from the 2nd Lions defender, and Brielle Ucelis, the freshman from Quakertown, Pennsylvania, picks it up, gets the clear, and forces DiStefano to peel off and allow the defensive personnel onto the field. Big play right there by Brielle Ucelis. And what looked to be a big opportunity for Post off that violation on the faceoff didn't really turn into anything. They got it into their zone for about 5 seconds, a couple of passes around the perimeter, turnover, and now a huge opportunity staring the Lions in the face. We're 10 minutes into this game, exactly 5 minutes on a running clock left to go here at Lemoy Field in the first quarter. And Post University, I think under normal circumstances, probably would feel pretty good about a man-up goal and another goal from a pre-positioned shot, but instead, they've allowed 5 goals on 7 shots, and so it's been an efficient outing so far here for Georgian Court. An opportunity for the Post defense to make a statement as Hawley. Jab step to free herself up some space. Pass down low, and a goal. Remy Reinhardt with her 2nd is now Alyssa Hawley finding the assists out here in Lemoy Field. Reinhardt, her 2nd of the afternoon. Her 31st of the season. Hawley with her 2nd assist. That gets her up to 12 now. And oh, baby, Georgian Court delivering here at Lemoy Field. They're up 6-2. It is 3 different 2-goal scorers this afternoon here for Georgian Court, as now Remy Reinhardt, Riley O'Connor, and Briley Techman, all with 2 goals apiece. Remember, Isabel Raymundi came in leading the team with 32 assists. She has 3 more. And so Georgian Court striking on all of their opportunities in the early going out here at Lemoy Field. And you look at the scoreboard clock, still 4.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Might the onslaught continue offensively for GCU? This one's tossed over. Targonski looked to have control over it, but it's scooped up by Joe Konchak for GCU. Although it's just plucked away by Roxy Dubitska, and some trouble there on the backside of the play, but it's ultimately taken out of trouble. Great job by Isabella Longo. Going got tough there, but she kept her wits about her, kept the cradle alive, and Domikowska has it, angling towards the net for the Eagles with the clear. DeStefano has Fiora to her right. Fiora keeps that left-handed shot alive with the hands free. No shot to be had, and she has Roxy Dubitska as the outlet. So Dubitska out there with DeStefano and Fiora on the top line. Into some trouble there was Sam Targonski, but bailed out with the whistle, and that will give Targonski a look from a pre-positioned spot. Only has 5 goals so far in the season, but does have 11 assists, so might look for the pass out of the setup here. We'll see. McHenry stops, jab steps, goes to her left, keeps the cradle alive. She's a right-handed shot. Stick was angled for a lefty shot. Slips the pass over to D'Angelo. Oh, now Dubitska, but a save is made by Gentile. She gets it back up and takes a spill after scooping up the ground ball. Huge opportunity there for Dubitska. Gentile makes the save right in her face, and then Roxana Dubitska gets the loose ball but slips after trying to make a play. It's going to be a ward here called against. Well, let's see. The referee is going to have a discussion here as this was called in the open field. GCU angling back into their zone for a clear. This could go either way. I think reading the body language, it looks like that might be the call where we have. Okay, so there we go. Yeah. We'll just reset it right where we were. Ward's going on both teams, and so that keeps the ball right where it is. And once we get wound back into play, it'll be Remy Reinhardt with a chance at another clear. So we're back underway here. Georgian Court, a perfect 5 for 5 on clears now. 1 for 0 on the extra man because they've scored 2 goals now with a man down. And a patient build-up here offensively with the Lions already up by 4. Look in front, that's beautiful. Oh, baby. Ray Mundy with her 4th assist already, and it's an early hat trick for Riley O'Connor. You knew she was going to put some balls in the back of the net. She came in with 40 goals, has a hat trick already. Ray Mundy with 4 assists, and it's a 5-goal lead for the Lions here, 7-2. Well, here at Lemoy Field, I am running out of room to record all these GCU goals in the first quarter here. Let's wind it back to the start. Very first goal was scored by Remy Reinhardt on an assist from Isabel Ray Mundy. Then Riley O'Connor from Ray Mundy. Then Briley Techman, an unassisted man-down goal. Then the second goal of the game scored by Riley O'Connor from Ray Mundy. That was also with a man down. Techman scored her second from Alyssa Hawley. Reinhardt scored her second from Alyssa Hawley. And then O'Connor, her hat-trick goal came from Ray Mundy. So that's how they got to 7. For Post University, Gabrielle Fiora with a player up from Cara DeStefano and Roxy Dubitska, an unassisted goal off a pre-positioned look for her 26th. So there were some bright spots in this first quarter for the Eagles, but fewer to speak of as we advance into this contest. Big win there on the draw control for Post, and DeStefano was able to lose the scent of O'Connor right before the restraining line. And might they have a look on the doorstep here for Haley McHenry? Little jab step, trying to get around her defender, keeps the cradle alive over to Fiora. Fiora working inside out against Remy Reinhardt. What a solid two-way player is number 16 in blue for Georgian Court. Dubitska looking for the help. Domikowska angling her away from the net. She tried to split a double team, and they'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that call. We're not in a position to complain here calling the game for Post University as Dubitska looked like she carried that into some trouble. Konchak gets called for the contact, And now Dubitska, we saw her score from this area once already. She's slightly to the right of net. Quick shot and a save. Cadence Gentile, as Dubitska did score her first goal shooting low, took that stick low, got the body down to the turf too. Big save for Gentile, who has made 3 now already. It's been 5 shots, 3 saves, and another shot and a goal and another hat trick as Briley Techman finds Twine again. Wow, Georgian Court running it up a bit here in the first quarter. Techman, her 3rd of the afternoon, her 32nd of the season. And it's an 8-2 lead for Georgian Court. Well, I'm officially out of room to record goals here for GCU in this first quarter as they have just picked their pocket 8 times now. We already have a double hat trick day brewing here at Lemoy Field as both Riley O'Connor and Briley Techman with hat tricks, and they were the 2nd and 3rd leading goal scorers respectively for GCU coming in. Haven't called Isabel Raymundi's name on a goal yet, but that's because she's too busy dishing out assists. She has 4 dimes this afternoon. Another face-off win for Post. They've done very well in the draw control department. It hasn't translated on the scoreboard, but you can never count it out when you're playing well in the center circle, the opportunities that might arise from it as the game progresses. So it is a 6-goal deficit, but we have so much time, so much more lacrosse to play here at Lemoy Field here in this contest. Jab step for Dubitska. She can't get past the mark of Alyssa Hawley. Oh, DeStefano overruns the pass from Dubitska, and Hawley's going to pick it up. So this true freshman now with some contributions offensively and defensively, but look at that back check from Haley McHenry. Slipping pass, dodging it is Dubitska. Can't get the shot off. We have a delayed flag coming. And it looked like Dubitska took some hard contact there off. That is her right wrist. You could see the, I'm not going to call it a slash. It wasn't a slash, but you could see the stick check come in and hit Dubitska on that hard charge. That was a nice looking pass from Targonski to slip it to Dubitska. This is going to be the 4th pre-position shot here for Roxana Dubitska. In the goal-scoring department, she is 1 for 3 on those looks. Trying to make it 2 for 4 here. Not the best angle. She'll go for the shot low. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's still loose. It looks like Fiora has the angle to it, but no, the race is won by Remy Reinhardt, and now the Lions have the personnel mismatch. The pass gets into O'Connor. She's got a hat trick already today. Shoulder step. Passes towards the middle, on the doorstep, and a goal right in front for Isabella Raymundi. And they flip the script this time. Now it's O'Connor on the dime, Raymundi with a goal for the first time today and the 33rd time this season. And that is 68 points on the year now for Isabel Raymundi. She gets her first goal, and GCU just keeps a good thing going. They're up 9-2. You know, I teased it before this game started that GCU had the potential to go on offensive runs like this, but the most goals they've scored in a game this season, 25. The second most, 20. You look up at the clock, folks. We've played 14 and a half minutes of lacrosse. We have 45 and a half left to go, and this is a 9-goal performance amidst Post University winning 3/4 of this game's face-offs. And GCU with 3 more minutes of penalties than Post in this first quarter, but yet a chance for double-digit goals. That's a huge turnover there, thrown away in the middle of the field, but another bad pass in the neutral zone here, and it's going to be tough sledding for Post, but a couple of fortuitous bounces off the legs of DeStefano and McHenry will bar us from any more scoring. Well, a hot start to say the least for Georgian Court, but still plenty of time left here, and Post, to their credit, looking good in the center circle. We'll see what this quarter break brings in terms of new strategy here for the Eagles. 15 minutes into this contest, a 7-goal lead for Georgian Court. We'll take a quick break and be back with more after this on the Nest Network. Georgian Court leading Post University 9-2. So we're back here at Lemoy Field, and Post University winning a couple of stat departments so far. Same amount of ground balls to Georgian Court. Both teams scooping up 6. Both teams causing and committing 5 turnovers apiece. 11 shots taken from GCU, 8 by Post. And so considering all of that, you'd probably think, hey, this game's pretty close. Unfortunately, not the case at all. 9 first-quarter goals for Georgian Court, including 3 each from Riley O'Connor and Briley Techman, 2 for Remy Reinhardt. A goal and 4 assists for Isabel Raymundi. That was the core 4, the big quartet we talked about before the game got started. And unfortunately for Post, all 4 of them beating you in a variety of ways. Look at that scoop by Roxana Dubitska. So another face-off won by Post University, and now Dubitska just ambling in, waiting for that second Lions defender to come over, and they do just that and pluck it right from her stick. Look at the play by number 27, Madison Battle, the junior out of West Deptford, New Jersey, and she's going to draw the flag on the play. Potential for this to go from bad to worse for Post. After Dubitska did great to win the faceoff, got in right around the net, was just trying to kind of draw the second defender to find the pass, and that second defender came over with vengeance in Madison Battle, popping the ball out of the stick of Dubitska and drawing the penalty. It will be a 2-minute penalty. I believe McGee is the guilty party right now in the sin bin. Or no, that's actually DeStefano. This is the last thing Georgian Court needs, the chance to score a goal with a player up here. Scored 2 with a man down in the middle of the first quarter, and then 7 even strength. So we haven't even seen them with a player up yet, and here we are. 1 minute into the second quarter. 8 shots taken by Post, just 2 goals. GCU, 9 goals on 11 shots. Only 2 saves made so far from Lauren Bain. I was going to say an opportunity for a third there, but very good defense on the ball from Paige Piper, the sophomore out of Orangeville, Ontario, Canada. Bain going to opt to take it herself out of the crease, looking for some help, and wow, gets the slip pass. Well, got it to Anna D'Angelo, and I do believe we have a penalty coming here on Georgian Court. Just going to be a green card against Riley O'Connor. She's off for a minute, and with 55 seconds left on the penalty against Post University's McGee. It was Amber McGee, the guilty party. So 55 seconds with McGee, a full minute here on O'Connor, which means that Post will have like a 5-second power play. But right now they're just focused on this even strength game. 10 on 10 in the field right now. As Anna D'Angelo winds behind the net. Targonski off to Dubitska. Fiora dancing in, low shot, and another huge save from Cadence Gentile. Wow, she has read these shots well out of Post University's stick. That is the 4th shot to get in on Gentile, or pardon me, the 4th save made by Gentile. The Eagles forcing a turnover. They have a big opportunity here. Once again, 10 on 10 lacrosse. Dubitska, oh, and another save made. McHenry just robbed right in the crease. She tried to pick the top left corner, would have had it, but Cadence Gentile. Folks, remember, that's a true freshman in the crease for Georgian Court. Point-blank opportunity for McHenry as Dubitska did a great job setting up that play, but Cadence Gentile completely robbing her. This is just her 3rd start of the year, her 6th appearance. She has a 2-0 record in her 2 prior starts, but wow, a 2-headed monster it looks like in net here for Georgian Court. Natalie Muradian, a 5-4 record so far with solid numbers as well. You can see Gentile's slightly better by comparison. Those are 2 players playing great lacrosse in net. But they give the freshman the spot start in today's contest, and my goodness, she's making a name for herself here. Muradian, the other goaltender, is a sophomore out of Freehold, New Jersey. So Georgian Court, that's the rich getting richer. They have long careers for both of these goalies in front of them. Looking for their first goal here in quarter number 2, up 7. O'Connor winding around, tries to slip a pass underneath to Raymundi. Isabel Raymundi. Oh, jab step to a look in front, and another goal for Remy Reinhardt. The 5th assist of the night for Isabel Raymundi, and it might have been the prettiest one. She goes double head fake to slip the pass into an open Reinhardt, and for the 3rd time today, yes, the 3rd time today and the 32nd time this season, it's Remy Reinhardt finding twine. That is the 3rd goal today that Reinhardt has scored off of a Raymundi assist. Wow, Georgian Court, their largest lead so far of the afternoon. They're up 8. They're into double figures. They lead 10-2. So we're back here at Lemoy Field. It took us 3.5 minutes to get a goal in this second quarter, but go figure. It's the usual suspects. Remy Reinhardt, her 3rd and her 32nd, coming from Isabel Raymundi. If you're keeping track at home, 10 Georgian Court goals, 5 of them assisted by Isabel Raymundi. She scored one as well, and now here's a look for Gianna Nardini as she'll step it back and wait for the troops to assemble. Nardini out there with Petrolisi, Elzinga, and Reinhardt. And then behind the net, it's Techman, O'Connor, and Raymundi. Slow build-up here as O'Connor, though, gets past her defender with a jab step. Huge save for Bain, but the shovel right in front. Oh, O'Connor was robbed by Bain, but the ball was loose after the save. She picks it up and doesn't even have to pick it up. Shovels it in backhanded. For the 4th time today, the 33rd time this season, and the 2nd time in 20 seconds. Remy Reinhardt finding twine. It is all Lions out here at Lemoy Field. GCU up 11-2. Well, it's a stat day and then some here for Georgian Court. Now remember, their most goals scored in a game this season is 25. We look up at the scoreboard here at Lemoy Field. 10:49 left to go in the second quarter. They've already got 11. Post University, to their credit, generating plenty of offense here in their own right. They've gotten 7 shots in on Cadence Gentile, but the true freshman from Ronkonkoma, New York, has made 5 saves, 4 of them in close space. Impressive saves, and that's kept Post's offense at bay. And then this Georgian Court offense, Lauren Bain, she's seen a lot of shots. She's only made 3 saves so far, and just then she made a huge save on Reinhardt, only for Reinhardt to scoop up a loose ball and just shovel it right back into the net. So another opportunity here for Post. They are getting chances on offense. It's been the execution that has done them wrong, not the amount of opportunities. D'Angelo off the feed from Fiora. Off to DiStefano. Jab step for DiStefano, but a step up here by the Georgian Court defense. They're far away from their net. Post, if they can get a cutter in on the backside, they'd have something open right in front. But Domakowska so far away from the net before she can hand it off to Targonski. Now Sam Targonski, the junior out of West Orange, New Jersey, over to Anna D'Angelo. They'll try and look behind the net here as Targonski chases open, asks for it. Domakowska had the look cutting into the net. Ball is still loose. It's still loose, and it can't be scooped up on the play by McGee. Amber McGee had a chance if she could have picked that one up after Domakowska cut into the net. Never got the shot off. Wow, Grandel tracking back. Instead, Nardini catches it on the long clear-out pass from Gentile. And you can see Gentile and her defender, Madison Battle, sharing a high five because it's going to lead to that. The 5th Remy Reinhardt goal of the afternoon. And that one, oh, it didn't happen in slow motion. It happened quickly, but you could see it develop. It's all thanks to the long clear from the goaltender, Gentile. Nardini scoops it, passes it to Reinhardt. Another give and go gets it right back to Remy Reinhardt. And she scores her 5th goal of the season, her 5th goal of the game, 34th of the season, my apologies, and her third consecutively in this contest. And they're scoring these goals a variety of ways, but it all came from the easy clear thanks to the confidence of the freshman goalie, Cadence Gentile. She just locked and loaded, sent that ball about 45 yards in the air to Gianna Nardini, who caught it in stride ahead of Grandel, and from that point it was just off and running for Georgian Court. So Reinhardt, her 5th of the game, her 34th of the season, her 3rd in a row, and the Eagles, even though they've more or less dominated this center circle so far this afternoon, just looking for answers in any form. After Lauren Bain, Nikki Johnson is the next goalkeeper on the post-university depth chart, and might think she will be seeing some action today. She has played in 2 separate games, 1 quarter of work, and then 30 minutes of work in the other contest she has appeared in. So maybe an opportunity for some action for number 30, as Georgian Court, 3 goals now in this second quarter and looking for more here, is Michaela Scarrato. Our first look at Scarrato, as it looks like Georgian Court might be pulling in that second wave of attackers. She does have 7 goals on the season. Reinhardt, in a race to the ball with Bain, can scoop it up in time, and it will go back to the Eagles. So nice to see Lauren Bain there, keeping the hustle alive. Not letting some of that play in net affect her in the outfield portion of the game. Domakowska, she has an angle, and she has a lot of green turf in front of her here, so she will take the clear herself. Has Anna D'Angelo to her left, instead flings it over to Amber McGee. Now McGee, little hop step, dodges to her right. She's picked up quickly by Michaela Scarrato, so she steps it back, and the Eagles back behind the X here. McHenry and Targonski with a 2-man game, kind of a double X look here. Not the best pass, but it finds Fiora, slips it inside to McGee, takes a shove, spins back to her left, and to her right, shot, and another save by Gentile. The 6th save of the afternoon by Cadence Gentile. How close could Amber McGee have gotten? And then the loose ball pops right up to the stick of Alyssa Hawley. Hawley, the true freshman, threw everybody ahead to Reinhardt, and the Lions running again. Nardini crosses over the cradle, looks to had Kate Clementi cutting across the field, couldn't find her. Oh, but instead Reinhardt, unmarked in front of the net, gets the pass from Hawley and puts it in. Let's see, it looks like there might be a flag. So count that goal. I think we were waiting for Post to come back from their timeout after they took their timeout. Saw a delayed flag, and it got picked up. We were just trying to get all of that straightened out. So Riley O'Connor, her 4th, now 44 on the season for O'Connor, and an 11-goal lead for Georgian Court, the largest of the afternoon for the Lions. We'll take a quick look side by side here at the numbers. in just a second. Once again, the lead 13-2 for Georgian Court. 16 shots taken by the Lions so far, 11 for Post University. And that's your difference in the contest right now. 11 shots taken by Post. 2 have gotten past Cadence Gentile. 6 saves made for the true freshman in net for the Lions. Lauren Bain, a tougher go of it, as 16 shots have been taken by Georgian Court. Only 1 of them has missed the frame. 2 saves have been made by Lauren Bain, but 13 have found the target. So we're back underway here. Gianna Nardini on the ball here for Georgian Court University. And an 11-goal lead here for GCU. One other stat there's fairly big discrepancy in. The Lions 12 of 13 on clears so far this afternoon. Crease violation called against GCU, and so Post down by 11, but trying to find a look offensively. But the stat I was going to mention, Post 5 of 7 on clears. They do get that one across, making it 6 for 8. The Lions, on the other hand, 13 of 14. So they've had almost no trouble at all getting the ball into their offensive attack. So does Stefano, down to Fiora. The Eagles, they've had plenty of opportunities. It's the difference in this game has been in-zone execution offensively. GCU, it seems like whatever they touch has found the back of the net. And for Post, 7 turnovers and make it 8. And now charging with the ball is Kelsey Niclario, the grad student out of Rumson, New Jersey. Ahead to Raymundi. 5 assists and a goal this afternoon for Raymundi. Maybe trying for her own goal and gets it right there. For the second time today and the 34th time this season, Isabel Raymundi picks the pocket of the net. Georgian Court takes their largest lead of the game. They're up 12, and it's 14-2 Lions. Raymundi up to 34 now. She has 2 goals in this contest. Just 4 goal scorers so far for Georgian Court. It's been the main 4. Raymundi now with 2. Techman with 3. And 9 combined for Reinhardt and O'Connor. Riley O'Connor came in today with 40 goals. She's up to 45. Reinhardt up to 33. And a little bit of an equipment error here on the field for Post University before we wait for the go-ahead again. We also have a conversation with the referees away from the play right now. I'm not quite sure if we have any penalties incoming. It will be a delay of game penalty. So that it was born from that equipment error. It looked like Paige Piper. Okay, so there's clarification right there. Delay of game on the goaltender, Lauren Bain. And it will be a 1-minute penalty that the Eagles will have to serve. So Bain called for the penalty on delay of game. Serving the penalty for the Eagles looks to be DeStefano. And Georgian Court, 9 goals in the first quarter, 5 more here in quarter number 2, 40 more seconds with a player up. Cross-field pass to Gabrielle Battle. Her older sister, Madison, a junior defender. Gabrielle, we'll get our first look at her, the freshman attacker. Kate Clementi behind the net here. And we see some of the usual suspects offensively out on the field right now for Georgian Court. Isabel Raymundi, one of them. crosses over her cradle here behind the net. 14 goals by Georgian Court, and Isabel Raymundi's got 2 of them. She's got 5 assists as well. Long pass back to O'Connor. And let's see. Looks like an interference call here against the Eagles, which will lead to a pre-position look for Riley O'Connor. Really the last player that you want to see with an unhindered lane to the net. 6 goals already this afternoon. 46 on the season. Let's see what number 13 has. Oh, that's beautiful. Keps the stick high all the way in, gets right in front of Bain, and then drops it right down and past the senior goalkeeper. Wow, for the 7th time today and the 47th time this season, Riley O'Connor with a goal. Everything Lions here. They're halfway to 30. The score is 15-2. Not a typo, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All from the stick of number 13, Bree O'Connor. She's not by herself on the score sheet. In fact, Isabel Raymundi has 6 assists, so that's 2 different players. One with 2 goals and 6 assists. One with 7 goals and an assist. 2 different players with 8 points in one half of Lacrosse. You don't see that too often. Clock is now running here at Lemoy Field as the faceoff won by the Eagles, but given right back as it looks like Reinhardt scooping in. And Remy Reinhardt now with a hat trick in her own right. Picks up her 3rd ground ball of the afternoon, and the Lions have a chance to make it a 14-goal lead before half. Nardini winds it back to her left. Scarrato has an assist today, looking for a goal. Big save for Bain. Ball is still loose. Grandel scoops it up, whacks it out of bounds, and that will take us to halftime. 30 minutes of lacrosse, and you couldn't have gotten a better start than Georgian Court got. They're getting some big help from their freshman goaltender, Cadence Gentile, but a 7 spot for Riley O'Connor. She would be beating Post University by 5 goals just by herself. Halftime here at Lemoy Field, so we'll take ourselves a break. Georgian Court 15, Post University 2. More after this on the Nest Network. And remember, you can watch all Post University athletics live on YouTube at Go Post Eagles. We'll be back with the second half in 10 minutes after this here on the Nest Network.